We are past the midpoint in the regular season. Now it's time for teams to kick it into high gear. Welcome to another action-packed edition of the America's Car-Mart Football Report. I'm your host, Barry Grooms. We're about to take you on a quick jaunt around the state, predictions on every game from every corner of the state. But first, let's look back at last week. 18 games were decided by a touchdown or less. That's almost 1 in 5 games going down to the final play. In Fayetteville, Rogers blocked an extra point in the final seconds for its first win at Fayetteville since 1994. And on the other side of the state, we had an overtime thriller in Nettleton where the Raiders went for 2 points in the extra period and got it to beat Brooklyn 29-28. Warren scored in the final minute to win the Saline River shootout over Monticello. The list goes on and on. What will this week hold? We hope it's only half as exciting, so buckle up and stay tuned to the America's Car-Mart Football Report.
I'm David Wallace for America's Car-Mart. It's game day in Arkansas. Well, it's always game day at America's Car-Mart. For more than 40 years, Car-Mart has helped hardworking Americans get into quality used vehicles. Car-Mart works hard to ensure customers drive away happy. They give customers peace of mind by keeping them on the road and helping them succeed. That's why Car-Mart was named to Newsweek's list America's Most Trustworthy Companies for 2023. Car-Mart, in your town or community near you, a proud sponsor of Arkansas high school football.
Go beyond your field of study and get a world-class education in leadership. As an Army officer, you'll work side by side with peers who support your growth, and you'll become a role model, mentor, and decision maker in any environment, at any scale. It's a challenging path, but along the way you'll sharpen your skills and show yourself and those around you exactly what you're capable of. Decide to lead at goarmy.com/officer.
Going to college may not look the same as it has before, but you have the power to move forward. There are over 1,000 hands-on or online programs in Arkansas designed to put you to work, and they qualify for state scholarships and grants. Healthcare, education, computer technology, industry technology, and more. Take your next step forward. Visit explorearcareers.com.
And welcome back to the America's Car-Mart Football Report. You know, at America's Car-Mart, it's Drive Away Cancer Month. So this October, qualified buyers can get on the road for $499 down on select vehicles. That's more than just a great deal. Car-Mart is proud to support the American Cancer Society, fueling their mission to save lives. Visit car-mart.com and check out their wide selection of inventory from all the stands. So drive away cancer for $499 down. Only in October. Drive away with a quality used vehicle. America's Car-Mart, keeping you on the road. And now let's look at Class 7A, where the top 9 stay the same as a week ago. Bryant still at number 1, followed by Bentonville West. Rogers checks in at number 4. We've already mentioned the Mounties blocked extra point, edging Fayetteville in that shootout 56-55. Number 5 is Conway, followed by Fayetteville. Then it's Little Rock Christian. Number 8 is Pulaski Academy, who just beat number 9, Little Rock Central. And moving into the top 10 this week, Springdale Harbor. Boy, our game of the week comes to you from Northwest Arkansas. Rogers in another big battle. The number 4 ranked Mounties are favored to beat number 3 Bentonville West. Number 10 Harbor, a favorite over Springdale. Number 6 Fayetteville, favored over Fort Smith Northside. And number 2 Bentonville, favored big over Rogers Heritage. Now to the central part of the state, where number 7 Little Rock Christian is favored over Little Rock Central. North Little Rock picked to get a victory and beat Little Rock Southwest. Number 5 Conway favored big over Cabot. And number 1 ranked Bryant favored to get past number 8 Pulaski Academy. Now to Class 6A, where the top 2 remain the same. It's Greenwood and then Shiloh Christian. But we have a new number 3, and it's El Dorado. The Wildcats up 3 spots. Mountain Home moves up a spot to number 4, and Sylvan Hills falls up 3 spots to number 5. Then it's Benton at 6, dropping 3 spots after losing to Sylvan Hills, and Marion drops 3 spots to number 7 after losing to El Dorado. Number 8 is Fort Smith Southside, up 2 spots after beating Lake Hamilton by 5 points. Number 9 is new to the rankings. It's Jonesboro. The Hurricane took down Sheridan last week, and the Yellow Jackets in Grant County are ranked number 10 in the state. And here are some picks. Speaking of Sheridan, the Battle of Highway 35, number 6 Benton, favored to get past number 10 Sheridan. Number 5 Sylvan Hills, favored at number 3 El Dorado in a slugfest. That one should be a great game. Number 9, Jonesboro, picked to beat Little Rock Catholic, and Marion should handle West Memphis in the Battle of Crittenden County. Down to the west, where number 1 Greenwood is favored big over Siloam Springs. Number 2, Shiloh Christian picked to beat Fort Smith Southside. Mountain Home favored over Russellville. And Lake Hamilton picked to get back on the winning ways and upend Van Buren. Now on to Class 5A, where the top 10 stays the same as a week ago. It's Joe T. Robinson, followed by Greenbrier. Hot Springs Lakeside at number 3, Farmington at 4, and Hot Springs at number 5. The second half of the top 10 looks like this here. Searcy at 6, followed by Little Rock Parkview, Valley View, Morrilton, and Maumelle checks in at number 10. Here are the picks for this week's game, starting in the Central, where number 1, Joe T. Robinson favored to beat winless Whitehall. Number 6, Searcy picked at Jacksonville. Number 10, Maumelle, a favorite at Watson Chapel, and BB picked to beat Pine Bluff. In the 5A East, number 8, Valley View picked to go to win and get a victory. Nettleton favored at Paragould. Here's the first home team Hootens.com has winning. It's Harding Academy, picked over Batesville. Greene County Tech picked to win at Brooklyn. Get the theme there. Now let's go to the South, where Little Rock Parkview, ranked number 7 in the state, picked big at Hope. Number 3, Hot Springs Lakeside picked to get a road victory at Texarkana. Here's a couple of home teams favored for you. Number 5, Hot Springs picked big over DeQueen, and Camden Fairview should slip past its rival Magnolia. Now to the 5A West, where a huge game up in Faulkner County. It's number 2, Greenbrier favored over Farmington. Number 9, Morrilton picked at home over Pea Ridge. Harrison is a road favorite at Clarksville, and Valonia picked at home over Alma.
Hungry on your way to the game? Satisfy that craving at Colton's. Throw those peanut shells in a bucket. Grab a hot roll and butter. Then enjoy a hand-cut steak or any of our mouth-watering entrees in a relaxed, casual dining environment. With 14 convenient locations across the state, you're sure to find a Colton's near your Friday night football destination.
Why do tacos get their own day of the week? Is it because Mondays are so rough, we need a Tuesday filled with beefy tortillas shared with good friends? If so, why don't we have Wellington Wednesdays, Stroganoff Saturdays, and heck, Meatball Mondays? Then, Mondays would just be another reason to enjoy our favorite beef with our favorite people. Together, we bring more. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
And football fans, for your peace of mind, Friday nights are made for football, and America's Car-Mart is thrilled to be a proud supporter of all high school athletics. So when you roll out with a quality used vehicle from America's Car-Mart, you'll be cruising with peace of mind. Car-Mart's Peace of Mind package offers a 7-day exchange policy, an optional accidental protection plan, and optional service contracts that include roadside assistance and oil changes. From purchase to payoff, Car-Mart's got you covered. Jumpstart your car buying journey online at car-mart.com. That's America's Car-Mart, keeping you on the road.
Going to college may not look the same as it has before, but you have the power to move forward. There are over 1,000 hands-on or online programs in Arkansas designed to put you to work, and they qualify for state scholarships and grants. Healthcare, education, computer technology, industry technology, and more. Take your next step forward. Visit explorearcareers.com.
Now to Class 4A, where our top 10 took a bit of a, let's just say, a shakeup over the week, and we could have more shakeups after this week. Number 1 is Dardanelle. The Sand Lizards have been the solid team all season long, ranked number 1. Elkins moves into the number 2 slot. The Elks' only loss this season was a close one at Dardanelle. Warren moves up one after that come-from-behind victory over Monticello. Nashville up a spot after beating Fountain Lake. Arkadelphia doubled up Bauxite last week, 42-21, and the Badgers move into the top 5. Southside up 1. Then it's Hamburg moving up a spot to number 7, followed by Stuttgart to number 8. The Rice Birds undefeated this season. Ozark vaults up 2 spots from number 11 to number 9 after beating Dover 71-7, and Bauxite stays at number 10 despite losing to Arkadelphia. Starting out in the 1-4A up in the northwest corner of the state, number 2 Elkins picked big over Lincoln. Gravett should get the victory at Huntsville. Prairie Grove, a road favorite at Berryville, and Gentry picked on the road at Green Forest. Here's an interesting one for you. Mills is the pick at Forest City, but the Comets had a shocking 3-point loss last week to Heber Springs. We got to see how this team bounces back. Lone Oak favored at home over Riverview. Heber Springs picked to beat Ball Knob, and CAC picked to get its second straight victory and handle Hall Steam out of Little Rock. Right, in the 3-4A, Southside picked over Jonesboro Westside. Highland, a road favorite at Blytheville. Gosnell picked at Truman. Pocahontas has the week off. In the 4-4A, a huge one. The conference title could be on the line. It's a battle of unbeatens in Dardanelle. The Sand Lizards picked to beat Clinton. Number 9, Ozark favored at Mena. Lamar picked at Dover. Pottsville favored at home over Waldron. Into the 7-4A, number 5 Arkadelphia is the pick over Fountain Lake. Malvern picked a win at Ashdown. Number 4, Nashville, picked at number 10, Bauxite, and Harmony Grove Haskell picked to beat Genoa Central. In the 8-4A, a slugfest. Number 3, Warrens at number 7, Hamburg. Hootens.com going with a mild upset, picking Hamburg to win this game. Monticello is the favorite at Star City. Another big one, number 8, Stuttgart, favored to beat DeWitt in the Battle of Arkansas County, and Helena picked over Crossett. Now on to Class 3A, where the top two remain the same as a week ago. Salem's number 1, Fordyce number 2. Those teams both unbeaten at 5-0. Then we got another undefeated team. It's Mansfield, up 2 spots after beating previously ranked number 3 Charleston by 5 points. Rivercrest stays at number 4 after beating Newport. Bismarck up a spot to number 5 after beating Smackover last week. Charleston tumbles 3 spots after losing to Mansfield. Boonville stays at number 7. Glen Rose remains at 8. Dumas into the top 10 for the first time this year after beating Risen last week. And Smackover stays at number 10 despite that loss. Now here are the picks this week, starting out in the 1-3A. Number 6, Charleston picked big at Hackett. Number 7, Boonville favored over Greenland. Number 3, Mansfield big at Lavaca. And Cedarville picked to get its second win of the year and beat winless West Fork. In the 2-3A, number 1, Salem favored over Adkins. Melbourne picked over Mayflower. That one would be a little bit of a shocker. Quitman, undefeated on the season, picked big over winless Episcopal. Mountain View is favored over Yellville Summit. Now to the 3-3A, where Newport favored over Osceola. Number 4, Rivercrest picked to beat Hoxie. Walnut Ridge favored big at winless Piggott. And Harris favored over winless Manila. In the 4-3A, Glen Rose is picked at Jesseville. Harris is favored at Perryville. Magnet Cove picked to get back on the winning track and beat Two Rivers. And Danville picked to beat Cutter Morning Star in a game with big playoff implications. In the 7-3A, number 5 ranked Bismarck favored at Falk. Number 10 Smackover favored over Centerpoint. Prescott picked to beat Ouachita County, Harmony Grove, and in a battle of winless teams, Horatio is favored over Parker's Chapel. Now to the 8-3A. Fordyce favored over Palestine Wheatley. Risen picked over McGee. Dumas picked at Barton, and Drew Central favored at Lake Village. Now to Class 2A, where the top 5 remain the same as a week ago. It's East Poinsett County, followed by Junction City. Mount Ida is number 3. All of those teams have a 4-1 record. Carlisle, the first unbeaten team we encounter, ranks number 4. Then it's Cross County with a 4-1 record, checking in at number 5. Number 6 is Hector, the Wildcats, unbeaten and up 3 spots after pounding Bigelow. Hampton debuts in the top 10 at number 7 after beating Poen last week. Earl jumps 2 spots after beating Mark Tree. Poen, the Indians, dropped 3 spots after that loss to Hampton, and Bearden drops 3 spots after struggling to beat Baptist Prep. Now here are the picks. Number 3, Mount Ida, favored at Magazine. Bigelow picked over Mountain Pine. Conway Christian picked at home over JC Westside, and Hector favored to go to Mountainburg and get the victory. An epic battle in the 2-2A. EPC, the number 1 ranked team, is favored at home over number 5 Cross County. Desart picked at Mark Tree. Earl favored big over Mariana. McCrory favored at Izard County. In the 3-2A, here's a good one. Number 2 Junction City favored at Gurdon. Dirks picked to get back on the winning ways and beat Murfreesboro. Foreman favored at Mineral Springs, and surprising Spring Hill, a favorite over Lafayette County. In the 4-2A, number 4 Carlisle favored at Hampton. Number 9 Poen picked over Hazen. Bearden, the number 10 ranked team in the state, favored at Clarendon. In England, picked to beat Baptist Prep. And speaking of picks, why don't you pick Car-Mart? Are you ready to get in the game with America's Car-Mart? Just like in football, getting pre-qualified for your vehicle's financing is like making that game-winning play before you ever step on the field. Car-Mart has an easy online pre-qualification process. It's as fast as a touchdown sprint. Go to car-mart.com, fill out the secure form, and get pre-qualified with no credit hit. When you get pre-qualified, you'll own the game and save time at the dealership. Get ready to score big and make your car buying experience a touchdown at America's Car-Mart.
I'm David Wallace for America's Car-Mart. Who's feeling the football spirit? America's Car-Mart proudly sponsors Arkansas high school football. Like our hardworking football players, the team at Car-Mart works hard to keep you on the road. Car-Mart knows that buying a vehicle is a big decision. That's why they take selling you a vehicle very seriously. When you shop at Car-Mart, they're there for you through the good times and the bad times until you drive away with a title to your vehicle. Save time at the dealership and start your car buying journey online at car-mart.com. America's Car-Mart, keeping you on the road.
Hungry on your way to the game? Satisfy that craving at Colton's. Throw those peanut shells in a bucket. Grab a hot roll and butter. Then enjoy a hand-cut steak or any of our mouth-watering entrees in a relaxed, casual dining environment. With 14 convenient locations across the state, you're sure to find a Colton's near your Friday night football destination.
Why do tacos get their own day of the week? Is it because Mondays are so rough, we need a Tuesday filled with beefy tortillas shared with good friends? If so, why don't we have Wellington Wednesdays, Stroganoff Saturdays, and heck, Meatball Mondays? Then, Mondays would just be another reason to enjoy our favorite beef with our favorite people. Together, we bring more. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
Go beyond your field of study and get a world-class education in leadership. As an Army officer, you'll work side by side with peers who support your growth, and you'll become a role model, mentor, and decision maker in any environment, at any scale. It's a challenging path, but along the way, you'll sharpen your skills and show yourself and those around you exactly what you're capable of. Decide to lead at goarmy.com/officer.
Going to college may not look the same as it has before, but you have the power to move forward. There are over 1,000 hands-on or online programs in Arkansas designed to put you to work, and they qualify for state scholarships and grants. Healthcare, education, computer technology, industry technology, and more. Take your next step forward. Visit explorearcareers.com.
Welcome back to the America's Car-Mart Football Report. It's game day in Arkansas. Can't you feel it? It's always game day, though, at America's Car-Mart. For over 40 years, Car-Mart has helped hardworking Americans get into quality used vehicles. America's Car-Mart works hard to ensure that customers drive away happy, giving customers that peace of mind by keeping them on the road, helping them succeed. America's Car-Mart, in your town or community. We are a proud sponsor of Arkansas high school football. All right, now let's look at a few of these big games we've got across the state. Up in northwest Arkansas, Rogers favored over Bentonville West. Rogers blocked that PAT last week to edge past Fayetteville. Another good one, Bryant is favored at Pulaski Academy. Pulaski Academy made a quarterback change a couple of weeks ago. The Bruins have reeled off 2 straight wins, but that probably stops this week. Cabot is at Conway. Hey, last week, Cabot, Little Rock Southwest, that first quarter, there were over 20 flags thrown in that game. Cabot having penalty troubles. Conway's defense is legit. Conway should get the easy victory. Now into Class 6A, our big game. Sylvan Hills ranked number 5 at number 3, El Dorado. El Dorado has won its past 4 games against Sylvan Hills. Last year it was a mercy rule victory, but this is not the same Sylvan Hills team of a year ago. Under first-year coach Mark Kelly, these Bears are rolling. A week ago, Sylvan Hills ran for 361 yards to beat Benton. Hey, they outgained Benton by over 250 yards. Tyler Hampton had a huge game at quarterback. This game against El Dorado plays a major role in the conference title hunt. It could be settled in the trenches. Sylvan Hills rushing for 210 yards a week. El Dorado, a strong defensive effort last week, held Marion to less than 100 yards. This would be a second straight massive road victory for Sylvan Hills. The Battle of Highway 35, we mentioned a minute ago, Benton and Sheridan. Benton's won 3 straight in the series. Last year it was by almost 50 points. Sheridan lost in the final minute last week to Jonesboro. Benton had its 24-game conference win streak snapped with that dramatic loss to Sylvan Hills. That game was tied in the fourth quarter before Sylvan Hills scored 2 straight touchdowns to win it. And in the 6A West, we got a big one. Number 2, Shiloh Christian at number 8, Fort Smith Southside. Shiloh beat Mountain Home last week by 14 points, pretty impressively. Cole Creighton, the quarterback, threw for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns in that game. The Saints should have enough to roll past Southside. In Class 5A, a big one. Number 4, Farmington's at number 2, Greenbrier. This game helps decide the 5A West Championship. Farmington's the defending league champion. Greenbrier playing extremely well this season. And Enoch Hassan, the running back, returns for Greenbrier. That could be the difference and push Greenbrier to the victory. In another big one, Camden Fairview, favored at home over Magnolia. Fairview's won this rivalry game 17 of the past 25 years. Fairview running it extremely well right now with Dante Thrower. Now into Class 4A, a couple of huge games. Number 3 Warren's at number 7 Hamburg. Warren has lost to Hamburg just one time since Bo Embry became head coach in 2000, but Hamburg has one of the state's most explosive offenses this season. Hamburg putting up 54 points weekly. Nikel Lewis, the senior running back, he had 250 yards, 4 touchdowns last week in the victory over Helena. And don't forget, Hamburg has a senior quarterback in Caden Thomas, who's a true dual threat. Warren just survived Monticello last week. Blaze Fellows snagged the winning 50-yard touchdown pass in the final minute. He finished with 202 yards and 2 touchdowns. This one could be a shootout, and Hootens.com is favoring Hamburg in a mild upset. Highland goes to Blytheville. This game probably has playoff implications. Highland ran the ball well in that 46-point win over Truman. Meanwhile, Blytheville got past Jonesboro Westside 26-0. They ran the ball really well with Courtney Rogers. Again, this one has big-time playoff implications. Conference championship on the line in the 4A. Number 1 Dardanelle hosts number 11 Clinton. These teams have lived up to the preseason hype this season, both of them unbeaten. Clinton had over 400 yards of offense last week against Pottsville. Dardanelles won its 2 conference games by combined 132-0. That's right, 132-0. Hootens.com picks powerful Dardanelle to get the victory. Speaking of blowouts, Ozark led Dover 50-7 in the second quarter last week, won that game 71-7. Ozark and its standout sophomore John Skolarski hit the road this week to Mena in a crucial game for playoff seeding, and Hootens.com going with Ozark. Number 10 Bauxite hosts number 4 Nashville. Nashville won its past 16 matchups with Bauxite. Last year, though, it was pretty close. Last year, it was an 11-point game. Bauxite depending on a freshman quarterback in Wyatt Foreman. Nashville's got a sophomore quarterback in Jacoby Hobson. The Battle of Arkansas County sees Stuttgart hosting DeWitt. DeWitt has beaten Stuttgart the past 2 times they played by 3 points in the 2019 opener. Last year it wasn't even close, 25-point game. DeWitt last week dumped Star City 42-16. Corey Graham, he's the workhorse for DeWitt, had 163 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. On defense, he returned an interception for a touchdown. Stuttgart, loaded with playmakers like junior quarterback Kane Price, senior receiver QT Johnson. This one could be a shootout. Hootens.com going with Stuttgart. Another good game. Star City plays host to Monticello. Monticello needs a victory to keep its playoff hopes alive, and Monticello can't get caught. Feeling sorry for itself after last week's emotional last-second loss to Warren. Look for Monticello to try to get on the board quick in this game with quarterback Jackson Hines. Now on to Class 3A, a big game. Salem hosts Adkins. Salem undefeated. Adkins undefeated. This is Adkins' best start since 2018. They've beaten their 5 opponents by combined 244-33, but the Salem Greyhounds have rattled off 14 straight victories. They've outscored their 5 opponents this season 234-29. Hootens.com favors Salem. Another big game in that conference, Mayflower's at Melbourne. Mayflower been impressive. They've allowed just 21 points in their first 5 games, but Melbourne's got a dynamic offense. Hootens.com picking Melbourne at home. Newport hosting Osceola. Osceola's had a tough start to this season, losing to Mills, Blytheville, Gosnell. Last week lost to Walnut Ridge. They've got to find answers on offense with Tyler Bell and A.J. Brown. Newport lost a close one last week to Rivercrest. The Greyhounds, though, put up a strong fight. Travion Greer had 216 yards. Luke Reynolds, the quarterback, had 160 yards passing. Ran for 2 scores. Played pretty good defense. That's why Hootens.com picking Newport to get the victory. Prescott at Harmony Grove, Ouachita County is an interesting one. Harmony Grove got its first victory of the season last week, but look for Prescott to play really tough defense in this one and get a win. Rising must bounce back against McGee. This one's big for playoff positioning. Could go either way. The game's in Rising, and that's why Hootens.com picking Rising to win that. In Class 2A, a huge game. Carlisle's at Hampton. Hampton used 2 defensive scores and a kickoff return in the fourth quarter last week to down Poen in a close game, but Carlisle passing the ball so well with Baylor Hawk. Hootens.com picks Carlisle to win that one. Junction City favored in the big one over Gurdon. EPC Cross County, this one could come down to the trenches. Danny Beal, the big guy at Cross County, he can play quarterback, he can play offensive tackle. You've got great running backs at EPC, and that's why Hootens.com went with EPC.
I'm David Wallace for America's Car-Mart. You know, America's Car-Mart is your number one fan when it comes to Arkansas high school football. And when you drive away in a quality used vehicle from Car-Mart, they're cheering for you all the way to the end zone. From purchase to payoff, Car-Mart is there for you. They'll work with you and your situation to find a payment plan that fits your budget. So go see for yourself why Car-Mart is different from all the rest. Stay connected by following Car-Mart on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and online at car-mart.com. America's Car-Mart, keeping you on the road.
Go beyond your field of study and get a world-class education in leadership. As an Army officer, you'll work side by side with peers who support your growth, and you'll become a role model, mentor, and decision maker in any environment, at any scale. It's a challenging path, but along the way, you'll sharpen your skills and show yourself and those around you exactly what you're capable of. Decide to lead at goarmy.com/officer.
Hungry on your way to the game? Satisfy that craving at Colton's. Throw those peanut shells in a bucket. Grab a hot roll and butter. Then enjoy a hand-cut steak or any of our mouth-watering entrees in a relaxed, casual dining environment. With 14 convenient locations across the state, you're sure to find the Coltons near your Friday night football destination.
Why do tacos get their own day of the week? Is it because Mondays are so rough, we need a Tuesday filled with beefy tortillas shared with good friends? If so, why don't we have Wellington Wednesdays, Stroganoff Saturdays, and heck, Meatball Mondays? Then, Mondays will just be another reason to enjoy our favorite beef with our favorite people. Together, we bring more. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
Going to college may not look the same as it has before, but you have the power to move forward. There are over 1,000 hands-on or online programs in Arkansas designed to put you to work, and they qualify for state scholarships and grants. Healthcare, education, computer technology, industry technology, and more. Take your next step forward. Visit explorearcareers.com.
Welcome back to the America's Car-Mart Football Report. Remember, for all your football needs, go to Hootens.com. We have stashes of news stories, rankings, predictions, videos, and of course, the best high school football scoreboard in the entire state. It's the first Security Bank scoreboard, up-to-minute live updates on every game in the state, live streams of more than 50 games around the state. Be sure to tune in for your Friday night football fix. And thanks for joining us for another fast-paced run-through of every game in the state on the America's Car-Mart Football Report. For producer extraordinaire Graham Shearer, backup filmer turned executive producer Thomas Thrash, I'm Barry Grooms, and we will see you at the stadium.